Who is Matt Rife? Right? Hello, my name is Liz Ashley and welcome to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about stand-up comedians. Yes, and I love stand-up comedy, okay? I actually go and I watch stand-up comedy pretty frequently. I also saw and met Adam Conover a couple months ago. I mean, no big deal, but that was really cool. I saw Hassan Minhaj, and he's been in his fair share of controversy, but I love him, and I am ride or die for him, so I don't care. All right, anyway. Also, the Impractical Jokers, I've seen them live. I've seen them separately do stand-up. Trevor Noah. So I like to think that I watch a lot of stand-up comedy, and that I watch it live, and that I've been to these types of events, and I enjoy it. And so it's kind of funny because, like, I have no idea who this guy is. Of course, we're talking about Matt Rife today, if you didn't get that already. He's been, like, super popular lately. He's been, like, popping up everywhere. And I was like, first of all, who is this? Everyone's like, oh, this guy's getting canceled. He's getting canceled. And I'm like, oh, I don't even know who he is. Thing I knew is that his stand-up special one day like popped up on my Netflix, but I didn't watch it. And the next day I saw, oh, he's getting canceled, and I was like, oh, that's the guy on Netflix? Like, I don't know. So I had no idea. But we are going to talk about him today. We're going to talk about who he is, where he came from, why he got quote-unquote canceled, and what he's doing now about it. So actually, it's funny enough, I didn't realize that I have seen him before a while ago, and it was on Wild 'N Out. Now, I used to watch Wild 'N Out when I was like a teenager, okay? The fact that it is still somewhat relevant is wild to me. The fact that it's like coming up in like stories like this is wild to me, but he was on Wild 'N Out, and I specifically remember this instance because it was a big deal, because I love Zendaya, who doesn't? She was on Wild 'N Out, and he did this bit where like he said he wanted to be black to Zendaya, and then like asked her for her number and like touched her face. Very strange.
You're mixed. I want to be black. Let's make a lifestyle. Spit that water out so I can get your number, please.
And I remember watching that video a while ago, not knowing who he was, just thinking he was, oh, he's just someone on Wild 'N Out. Like, I didn't know he did like stand up. I knew. I was like, that guy sucks. Like, what? That sucks. Like, why would you? First of all, that's Zendaya. Like, please, like, what? What are you doing? Also, do you not have any respect? Like, is your only thing that pops in your head when you see a woman standing in front of you of like, oh, I should get her number, I should hit on her, I should flirt with her? Like, is that funny to you? Like, is that your first inkling when you see a woman is like, I need to pursue her? It wasn't funny. Like, what he said was not funny. Why did you touch her face? Like, what was the purpose of touching her face? Ever since seeing that, I didn't like him, and I didn't even know who he was. I didn't even realize who he was. That's what people know him for before this. So this, what's happening now, is not super surprising, I guess. But other than that, I didn't really know who he was until Netflix and this whole, again, quote-unquote cancellation. I'll tell you why I say quote-unquote, because I don't think he's actually getting canceled. First, let's go over why people are upset with him. So in his stand-up, he had this joke, this very, very insensitive joke that's not even funny. He said that him and his friend were at this like restaurant or something, and one of the waitresses had a black eye. And Matt Rife, I guess, was talking to his friend that he was at the restaurant with, and he was like, his friend was like, maybe she should, like maybe they should like put her in the kitchen or put her somewhere else today, because that's wild that you're walking around with a black eye. Matt Rife says, oh, well, that's probably why she got a black eye, because she wasn't in the kitchen.
In Baltimore, one time I ate lunch there, and the hostess who like seats you at the restaurant had a black eye. A full black eye. It wasn't like, what happened? It was pretty obvious what happened. And we couldn't get over the fact that we're like, this is the face of the company? Like, this is who you have greeting people? And my boy who I was with was like, yeah, I feel bad for her, man. I feel like they should put her in the kitchen or something where nobody has to see her face, you know? And I was like, yeah, but I feel like if she could cook, she wouldn't have that black eye.
And apparently that was supposed to be funny. I don't find it funny. And maybe that's just because I'm a woman and that's not funny to me. But also, I don't find this situation funny either, nor do I think if I were a stand-up comedian or as a content creator, if I was sitting at a restaurant and that was something I saw, I don't think it was something that I would be like, oh, this is hilarious, I gotta go tell all the people. No, that's not hilarious. That's someone's business. That is someone getting abused. She could have not been getting abused. She could have had a fight with someone else. Maybe it's like recreational, I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, us sitting here assuming that because she's a woman and because she has a black eye, it's because she's not in the kitchen and she's not doing her womanly duties. It's ridiculous because it's just on so many fronts. It's ridiculous. And so I don't think it's funny. I don't think it was ever funny. I don't find it funny at all, frankly. And that's what a lot of other people said. And his response to this was so bad. Like, I said quote unquote canceled because everyone's like, oh, he's getting canceled. Is he though? Like, he's still at the top of my you should watch this list when I go on Netflix. Even though I don't want to watch it, I'm not going to watch it. But it's still there. So how canceled is he getting? He's not getting canceled. People are just criticizing him because he deserves criticism. Nothing in his life that has been canceled, that has been taken away from him because he said anything that he said or because he did anything that he did. He is just purely getting criticized. God forbid we criticize famous people. Like, what? Maybe Netflix should do something because it's utterly ridiculous. His response actually, I think, makes me more mad than the initial thing. But his response was saying that, I don't even think he apologized. He just said, you know, if you have a problem with my joke or whatever, or my material, click this link for my apology or something. And the link went to special needs helmets. It's just so messed up. It is just so messed up. I don't think that's a joke. He hasn't been dropped. Nothing has happened to him. People are just criticizing him, and he deserves the criticism. He deserves it. He especially deserves it for his response. He's actually going on a freaking media tour right now. He's been on all these different podcasts. And so it's wild to say that he's getting canceled because he's not. I've seen him all over the internet. So, for instance, he went on to, I don't know how to say her name. She was, I watched it on H3 podcast, but Tana Mongeau? I don't know. I wasn't as online when she was really big, so I don't really know. Like, I've heard of her. I don't know much about her. But anyway, she has a podcast, and she was interviewing him, and he said, which is so, he said that this was a humbling experience, him coming to this realization. I think he's just really arrogant and self-absorbed. But, you be the judge on what he said. So basically, he was like, oh, I've come to the realization, and it's really humbled me to come to this realization, that these people who are mad at me, they're just jealous. They just don't like me because they're jealous of me. They're so jealous of me that they don't like me. But Tana, she came back and she said something honestly incredible. And it was really incredible. She said, so do you think everyone was just jealous of Osama bin Laden?
Very humbling experience that I've had recently. Because so many fucking people hate me for really no reason. And it really made me realize that, people only hate somebody they're jealous of.
That was a really, really good, well-rounded answer. Do you think people who hate Osama bin Laden are jealous of him?
He said yes. Oh my, best comeback ever. First of all, that was great. That was clip it, great, wonderful. Loved it. Exactly. There's a lot of people that a lot of people don't like. And it's not because they're jealous. I love that comeback because it's the best. It's honestly so funny. But this has led him to go to other content creators And this seems to be a trend recently with celebrities or like people are getting quote unquote canceled again. And people like Russell Brand, for instance, who I have a deep, deep hatred for. And he's gone down the same online right pipeline. And so Matt Rife decided to do a podcast with Jordan Peterson. On Jordan Peterson had this whole like pity party about how, oh man, I can't do the Jordan Peterson voice. Oh man. Oh man. They're canceling you again. I don't even know what I'm doing. But basically he was like, oh, they're canceling another comedian. What is happening?
Based on an old joke, you know what I mean? It was a real circumstance that happened, an exaggerated instance that really happened, and I went, this is a classic joke. Why not give my own personal modern twist on it?
And he's like, yeah, man, I say things that I find funny and blah blah blah. I don't know if Matt Rife knows who Jordan Peterson is or like what he said or done before, not sure. But, I mean, at this point, whatever. And I think we should keep criticizing them. There is only one celebrity that will be my ride or die. And that is Hassan Minhaj. And he is my ride or die until the day I die. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me what you think about Matt Rife below, if you even know who he is, Please comment and like and subscribe and turn on notifications. I'm going to be posting a lot of videos about online drama and pop culture drama. So if you are as brain broken as me, keep up to date with the videos. Thank you for watching. Bye.